give me the most sugar, as much sugar as you can in that coffee because I'm a sugar addict. Okay, so this is something that I noticed over the last few years. Whenever somebody says, it's not a pyramid scheme, it's totally a pyramid scheme. Alright, if somebody says, it's not a scam, it's a scam. If somebody says to me, oh, it's 100% the truth, it's not the truth. Alright, if somebody says, this is not a lie, it's a lie. It's kind of like, it's a pattern in communication that we know that's not the thing that we're promoting or we are saying or whatever, and we feel a certain need to justify it by saying it's not that. Like, it's not a pyramid scheme. Like, whenever somebody's pitching me a pyramid scheme, out of nowhere, they're just gonna say it's not a pyramid scheme, and then I immediately know it's a pyramid scheme. And there's so many people that are pitching that nowadays, like online, right? Or about scams, or like, it's not a scam. Why would you have to say that? Imagine going to a car dealership, buying a car, and the guy says to you, let's say you're buying a Porsche. It's a pretty luxurious car. It's a very expensive car. You go to the car dealership. They're like, hey, do you want a cup of coffee? Yeah, thank you. You know, they're like, oh, you take it with a sugar or something, and you're like, okay, give me the most sugar, as much sugar as you can in that coffee because I'm a sugar addict. That's not the point of the video. That's how I say it, right? As a sugar addict. But you're talking to the guy, you know, everything is going well, and suddenly, after 10 minutes of good conversation about the car, they're like, oh, this is 100% the original car, like, I promise you, this is not a fake car, it's not a replica, and you're immediately, like, thrown off guard. You're like, why would you have to say that if it's not a replica? It's probably a replica if somebody says, like, this is 100% the original, this is 100% not a replica, and you're like, why would you have to say that? You know, everything seems very well. You know, you don't have to justify it if you personally know that's the real deal. You don't even have to say that it's the real deal. I think that it feels quite that's the word. There's no word for that. It just feels, why? Where would you have to justify? Where would you have to say this is the real deal, right? You go into an Apple store. They don't say to you, this is the real iPhone, all right? We promise it's 100% not a replica. They don't say that because they know that's the real deal. They don't have to say that. You know, they know, everybody knows that's the real deal. If it's a fake iPhone, let's say you're buying an iPhone on some shop somewhere, you know, in a third world country, that salesman will try and convince you that phone is not a replica when most likely it is a replica. So why would you have to say it? It's just something that I noticed. It's kind of like communication thing that you just listen to people. They're gonna tell you everything that you need to know. Just listen to them. All right, they're gonna tell you. You never go to a Porsche dealership and they're gonna say, this is 100% the original car. It's not a replica, trust me. You know, they never say that in an Apple store. Like, you know what I mean? It's just a pattern. I'm not sure if this is just me, but